let's talk about what Yanni was doing.
You can't lie, that was
No.
Why is Yanni and Zell running over to the altercation? You talking about something? I got the footage.
y'all not no real content creators. Real content creators gotta show what's going on the whole day.
Y'all just trying to be up in the mix. And then you so short, Yanni. Something could have fell on top of you and then you would have been just there.
Wherever life wants me to go, and if I'm not being intentional about where I want my life to go, then I'm just gonna move with the flow and get washed up. Who I was before is not who I am today. So if I make a standard in my life today, that doesn't mean that we're standing on the same principles that we did in the past.
The time period between you realizing the goal or the purpose or the vision and then actually getting there, the in between does not matter at all. You just have to know that you're gonna get there.
A lot of times we ask God, we want this big business, we want to have all this money, we want to save the world. Oh, but you're not willing to go through this. You're not willing to go through the struggles that's going to qualify you for what you're asking God for. So it's like, if you can't get past this, how are you going to reach that? These, just like how a baby has to crawl before it walks, these struggles is the crawling before we walk to what we want. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to
Growing Painz podcast.
I'm
We all
Yanni.
can't talk on the mic.
That's Jada, and then we have him.
Let's get
We
started.
all can't talk on the mic at once.
It's Yanni and Jada now. Growing topics.
Yeah, so
No.
Atlanta
What
streamer
we're not
market.
gonna do is that.
Trey, that's basically
What's
what
good,
you do
y'all? Welcome
every
back
time.
to Growing Painz podcast, where we talk about
Is the
business
timer on?
and the
Oh,
life
yeah, I
of
forgot
a
to
young
say that part.
adult.
What about the timer? Is the
Yanni,
timer on?
The timer's-
The audio
oh.
experience sounds terrible right now.
I'm sorry,
Hush.
audio experience. We love you guys so much.
They like the commotion.
They don't.
You don't know
That is
that.
obnoxious.
If they tell you they don't like it,
I'm telling you, we don't like it, and I'm the audience. Y'all don't listen back to the episodes.
I listen.
See, you were about to start and the timer wasn't even on.
That's fine. Anyways, y'all, welcome back to Growing Painz podcast. We talk about business and the life of a young adult. I'm Tre'Vion, and this is to the right of me.
I got
Yanni.
my hitters to the
That's your girl, Yanni.
Hey y'all, I'm Jada.
Jada with the waiter.
All right.
Trey with the royalty.
Hey y'all.
Trey with the graphic on the T.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why your voice get deep?
I told y'all my voice is deeper than Jada's.
It wasn't that
No,
deep.
I've been getting in my deep voice bag. When I do my little videos,
No.
I get real deep with my voice.
No.
Let me get in my deep voice bag.
Let me hear your deepest voice in the whole world.
No, we cannot do that.
Exactly. Because you don't have it.
Let me
Crying.
see. Anyways,
Why
let
do
me
you
not
have your
even do
phone
that.
out, Trey? We're
Exactly.
recording.
You take
That's
Yo.
literally
selfies.
so unprofessional.
Yo, they're like being some little siblings that's like grinding.
Oh, we're
my
older than
gears
you.
right now.
You're literally the youngest one out of all
You're
of
the
us.
littlest one.
And you're the tallest. Please, enough.
She said, you're the smallest one in the whole world.
All right, so we're gonna talk about,
Yanni, I gotta talk to you.
aside from them grinding my gears right now, there's
I
another
talk to you about
time.
it after the podcast.
There is another time that they have grind my gears, or
They-
I should say one of them.
Yeah, I was about to say.
One of them.
So, you
Yanni.
guys, in today's episode,
We
we're
gotta
gonna
get on
be
Yanni
talking
today.
about-
We're definitely gonna
today's
get on
episode.
Yanni.
You know, this has
First
been
of
a
all,
great weekend. Yesterday, I had a pop-up shop.
You mind if we all speak at once?
Yeah, let me
So,
go.
no,
So
let me go
basically,
first.
what I was saying was,
We
I
don't
had
wanna
a pop-up
hear
shop.
that.
You don't hear about the pop-up shop I
No,
had?
we
So you
don't.
don't care about my brand?
That's not for
That's
this
basically
episode.
what I'm saying.
That's gonna be for the next one.
Exactly,
Cause
save
we gotta
it.
get on you.
Stop trying to beat around the bush. That's you gaslighting right now.
We gotta get on you, y'all. Yanni.
She has no decorum.
It wasn't even just me. It was me, Hannah, and
she
Shakoya.
Now she want to shift the blame.
Because it wasn't
She
just
was
me.
not being
But
Mrs.
you were a part
Wise.
of it.
Okay. She was not
Is it
being
getting a
the
little hot in here? Or is it
Yanni.
just
She
me?
be-
So let's talk about what Yanni was doing. Let's
Can-
start.
can I
Let's
explain
start with
it?
the King Conference.
Okay,
Yes.
wait. Oh, yeah.
my
Oh, you want to
gosh.
take it there?
Yeah, because
I wasn't going to do that. Now that's
Yeah,
all her
yeah,
doing.
that's
I was
actually
just going to
crazy.
bring up the one little thing
Let's
that
start
you
with
did.
the King Conference.
Okay, you tell the King Conference, I'll tell the Linda Street.
So
Let's do
our
it.
friend Stevan, he invited us to go to the King conference, like the people that mentored him
And it was
stuff
very
they were
good.
having. Yes, very like, men empowerment, Black King vibes, all of that. Yeah. Yanni was over there. Yanni, Avion, and Jacoya.
Sit here.
We not gonna let Yanni
In
by
the
herself.
cut. What are
Y'all
you
go watch
doing?
my vlog because we definitely did that in my vlog.
Yo, they was being so
We
loud.
were not even loud,
Y'all
bro.
were.
Y'all
People was
were.
literally looking back at us, and I was like,
gosh.
oh my gosh, I would just want to get up and move. This is embarrassing.
And then talk about when we had to look them in their eyes.
Oh
the
my
people,
gosh, yes.
And they
And-
sitting there giggling
Yes,
and
they're
cackling.
laughing the whole time, not wanting to take the exercise seriously.
So what was that exercise?
The exercise was basically, they said, I want you to look at somebody's eyes and then until they say to stop. And Yanni, she's doing exactly that.
Like, that's so childish.
And then they're like, Jada,
Y'all.
let's just look at each other. Let's just look at each other and don't go over there. And I'm like, bruh, no, I want to do the exercise.
Because I was trying to be serious. That's why I didn't go over to y'all.
Exactly.
Because
Like,
I
don't
already
even
knew
wanna
what
do
they were,
this
what
with
timing
y'all.
they were on. I be on
Bro.
talking about something. Why you didn't come over here? Because I know what timing y'all on.
Exactly.
All I
And-
hear is giggling and cackling over
And
there.
then they had the Black men doing their affirmations, talking about, I am a king.
And I be on talking about,
and they
period.
No, that's not what she was like, period, bro. That was when the lights was off and the man was doing his speech. And it's quiet. And she's like, period. And the man is looking
Shout out
over
to Avion and
there.
Shaquaya.
Yeah, the man is looking there at us because y'all all talking, giggling, laughing.
I was not talking the whole. You're making it seem like I was talking the whole time.
You were.
It wasn't until y'all really got into what he was saying that y'all stopped talking. But
Exactly.
the beginning, y'all was talking. And then y'all started giggling again.
Well, it was a warm up. We had to get warmed up.
No,
We
bro.
were already warmed up. Everybody else was
Y'all,
sitting
okay,
down.
for the staring thing, I'm not gonna lie. That was funny. Like, you can't lie. That was funny.
No.
It
And I wasn't just
funny.
laughing in people's faces.
Oh my God. And then y'all was laughing at them doing the affirmations.
No, I wasn't.
Sequoia was laughing at
I was
them doing the affirmations.
exactly. Don't put me in that.
Y'all all get grouped as one. That's what it is.
Next,
So we was just
Next
like,
one. That was very childish. But then this was in
later
my
that
vlog.
day.
Oh, that was later that. No, was it?
Streetwear Market was after the King conference.
Oh, snap. It
It was. So yeah, Yanni was doing the food
hold
all
on.
day,
Let
y'all.
me go ahead and tell this.
Yeah.
So, this was
my
in my
gosh.
vlog, which is getting posted, or it should
Which it
already
should
be
have
out
been
by the
posted
time you
last
watch
week,
this.
but-
Not you deflecting. Stay in your place. Anyway, so we're at Atlanta Street Market walking around. We ain't buy nothing. We was window shopping the whole time.
Yeah.
For the
Really
most
just
part.
there to look cute.
Yeah, like
And get
Jada done got
content.
her parents posted as she should. Cause who
Period.
don't want some Jael jeans?
Who
You
don't?
should go and get you some. Anyway, back to the story. We go and we're having fun and it's a riot. Now everybody's swinging.
it was
people
not no
fight.
riot. It was a fight.
Everyone started running towards.
Everybody
It
started
was not
fighting.
a riot. A riot is when you're
Okay.
going around destroying things.
That's what they were doing. They destroyed
weren't-
somebody's mirror.
But that was on accident because they were fighting. The main thing was
So
they
a
was
riot.
fighting. No, a riot is when you're destroying the
It
whole
was a
thing.
fight.
Exactly.
It was a riot. Anyway, so we sitting there. I look to my left. Jada sitting there. I'm like, oh, Jada got common sense. Why is Yanni and Zell with a whole child running over to the
And
altercation? And they're
Oh,
trying
you
to
went
get
to Zell?
yes, and then he talking about something. I got the footage. Like
Zell, you were recording?
you have a whole
Hey, Zell,
child.
let me see that.
Exactly. We
Let
were
me get that on
supposed to tell Kai on you.
What is going on?
Y'all not-
Real quick. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Tap in.
Tap in, twin. Take a 5-second break and go subscribe.
Exactly. We got so much on our channel, y'all. We got vlogs, we got challenges, we got silent library, we got everything. So what are you doing? Like,
are you
go
doing?
subscribe right
What
now.
are you doing?
Go stand on
subscribe.
business. Go stand on business.
Stand on
Let's
video.
get back into the episode. No,
we
real
was
content
like-
creators. Real content creators got to show what's going on the whole day, and y'all didn't
And
do
you
that.
didn't even end up posting it in your vlog.
Exactly.
You didn't even get it in your vlog, and you're a whole YouTuber.
I got you
you're-
looking foolish
Bro,
running to
you're
the
you really need
altercation.
to see what's going on in the whole thing.
You could have got thrown into the mix of the fight. If they
I was
would've-
not even close. Exactly.
Bruh, y'all were close enough.
Bro, if I pull up my vlog, I was not that
you
close.
didn't post it in your vlog. 'cause
Exactly.
you
I said
were
if
talking
I
about-
was.
you did all of that just to not even put it in there.
Doesn't make it, it made
Unnecessary.
it
And then
ghetto.
when the cops started running outside, it was so
And they
funny. 'cause
running outside, too.
I did not. No,
No.
You didn't run outside, but
Exactly.
you ran into the door.
I
and it
ran
was
to the
funny.
door. But do you know what happened? Because you know why I went to the door?
look.
Because I was praying. I was. Me and Hannah went to the door. We were literally praying because we saw people with guns running around. If I call Hannah right now, she's going to say, yeah, we were praying. Exactly.
Hannah Montana can live the best of both worlds. We're talking about you right now.
Okay, but I went over there to pray. I was tempted to go outside, but I didn't.
That's that flesh.
Yeah, the flesh wants to go and play.
You need to repent and change direction, bro.
Like, man, Yanni.
Y'all so proud of me,
I just
aren't
knew
y'all?
they'd never been nowhere because ain't no way you just running towards the
have.
altercation. When stuff go down, answer in the comments below. If there's an altercation, you see guns and stuff like that.
So when
do
y'all were younger,
wait,
y'all...
let me finish.
Okay, go.
When there's an altercation going down, do you just run or do you stay away and think about like, should I leave or should I just walk away from the situation instead of running directly to it? Comment down below. What would you do in that situation?
And to what you were about to say, when we were younger, I've been to parties when I was younger. They shooting up. I'ma run away.
Exactly.
Every time. I never go towards it.
What do I have to be afraid of?
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Exactly.
It's common sense.
Bro, I'm covered by the blood. I'm not scared.
And
A bullet can't cover the blood.
Says who?
It can, but I'm saying like, if that junk hits you.
I didn't even get that close, bro. And they got patted down before they came inside.
But then you ran up. If you saw guns outside and you ran up to the window to pray, a bullet can still go through the glass.
Okay, I rebuke that. We're talking about something else now. I don't like the way this is going.
The deflection is crazy.
You to be safe.
Exactly. That's our biggest concern. We're not saying it in a way of like, oh, let's put Yanni on Front Street. We're just saying
Well,
like,
why didn't y'all tell me before?
Yanni, I was literally trying to grab you and you were taking a picture in the middle of the fight.
I'm getting my content.
I was literally trying to grab you and you and Hannah Montana are sitting here taking pictures and you're like, wait, let me get the pose.
We took some good pictures in that mirror too.
I know, and you posted one of them on your story with me grabbing you.
I did?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Like, what is wrong? And back to Zell. He has a whole child. What is going on?
Exactly. His kid is fresh out.
Me and Jada were literally sitting there like, I know this ain't.
I wasn't in the mix. I was
Exactly. On
You
the
were
outside.
there.
I have no excuse.
No excuse.
Y'all just trying to be up in the mix.
Like,
wrong. I was wrong.
that was ridiculous.
And then you so short, Yanni.
Exactly, like somebody stomped over you.
too.
Something could have fell on top of you, and then you would have been just there.
But look at me. Perfectly fine.
Okay.
A bunch of people could have started running.
Trampling.
And you could, yes, exactly. You could have got caught
I know
up
how
in
to run.
something.
I'm fast.
Them little
I
legs.
literally beat Trey in a race when we were outside.
Yanni, now you're lying. Because I have a footage on the vlog. You didn't beat me.
Bro, I beat you halfway and then you just did the rest.
So you didn't beat me. Anyway.
I beat Jada in a race.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
You
did.
definitely beat
You
her.
never beat
Miss
me
7
in-
foot. If you ain't beat me, you definitely did.
Bro, I beat Jada.
Let's race.
Let's race after this.
Okay.
You gotta be in your heels though.
Okay.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, say less.
Anyway,
So yeah, that's the
that was the
spiel for
nonsense that
today.
we dealt with in the most recent times.
everyone get on Yanni in the comments
Please.
about how she need to be safe out here.
Get on Zell.
And then trying to stand outside last night, her and Shakoya, we trying to
Oh,
leave.
yeah.
Hey,
We were literally we were with Sade because she was selling her clothes. And she was walking around.
4 a.m.
What?
Well, are you talking
We
about
was
after Atlanta
was
Street
about to
Market?
leave.
Are you talking about after
Y'all
Atlanta
was
Street?
about to stand outside.
You talking about with Atlanta Street
We're
Market?
talking about this weekend, beloved.
Yes,
trying to
yes,
think.
or Sunday, Saturday.
We were standing outside.
at 5 in
After
the
arc,
morning.
and we went to play spades. And
And
you were
y'all was about
outside
to
at
just stand
4
out in the middle of the
No.
street. It's
Oh, take
men
pictures?
walking down.
Bro, we was
In
gonna
the
take our
middle of the
pictures and
street.
leave.
Y'all gonna be like, hey, what's your
Shakoya
name?
needed her pictures, bro.
She already got some at
She
the
wanted
arc.
some street pictures of her on the street where no cars come in.
At 5 in the morning.
And it was a guy out there too, so we weren't by ourselves.
You don't know him?
I talking about Isaiah.
So why
We-
you say
we-
a
no,
guy
we-
like as if it was just
No,
we
'cause it-
stopped. Isaiah stopped. We all stopped because it was like, look at
let's
them.
wait for them?
Exactly.
Well,
Because if we would have walked off, y'all just would have been out there taking y'all pictures.
Like I feel like y'all just look at the world like just roses and cotton candy.
No, we just don't live life with fear.
That's not
We're-
living
that's
life
not
with
fair.
fear.
If you want some
Afraid
pictures,
to watch Michael Jackson.
bro, Michael Jackson is scary, bro.
I'm afraid. As soon as you turned on Michael Jackson, I tried to watch Oprah and Michael Jackson interview. She like, turn this off.
Michael Jackson is really
I'm
scary.
afraid of Michael Jackson, but I ain't afraid of guns and fights and stuff.
Oh, y'all, please say a prayer for Yanni. It is getting out of control, and I feel as though she's.
We just want
embarrassed
you to
right
be
now.
safe. That's all.
That's all.
Amen.
You should care. You should care that you have friends that care about you.
Amen.
Exactly. We want you to be good out here,
For sure.
For sure.
out in these streets.
For sure.
And y'all, to anybody that's watching this, don't be foolish. Like,
Don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
was standing behind some people.
A little cushion.
Yeah, I had a little.
Yeah.
Right.
yo, y'all are different. Anyway,
Y'all are hilarious, though.
let's get into the actual topic of today.
Which is?
You got it.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about
Tired of making the same mistakes.
being an Israelite in the wilderness. That's something I'm learning right now. I am not gonna lie. And it got revealed to me what was it? Not yesterday, Saturday. It got revealed to me Saturday. Won't say what it is, but I've been in the season. I didn't realize it until this
Oh,
weekend.
this Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh. I ain't saying nothing. I just wanted to make confirmation.
Yeah. Even though it hasn't. Okay, I'm not going into detail, but I didn't realize it until Saturday. I thought like I was out of it, but then I realized it's certain, not even just with that specific situation, but it's been situations that's like that, not so much the same exact thing, but something like that keeps happening. And I keep being like, God, like, why do you keep letting this happen? But literally the Saturday, I realized because you're not passing the test. So, you know, when you don't pass a test, the thing is going to keep happening over and over again. And so this Saturday, I realized, yeah, it's something I'm doing. Like, I keep getting upset that this similar situations keep happening over and over, and why I keep getting put in these situations. But it's like, it's a common denominator in this situation.
Yeah.
And that common denominator is me. So it's like
That part.
I can't be mad because it's something I'm not doing. So it's making me want to for sure seek the Lord. I've been seeking God about the situations, but off of like off a victim mindset. Not so much of seeking God, trying to ask him how to change me. It's more so about the situation. It's situation focused. But now after this weekend, I'm realizing, okay, I need to change my prayers up, because if I've been praying about it, God hears my prayers. I know that for sure. So it's like, if it's still not happening, then it's like, okay, I'm praying the wrong thing. So that's something I realized.
So what do you feel as though you're doing differently right now?
That's the thing. I haven't been doing anything differently.
What do you plan to do?
I won't go into detail. But and not even just.
You don't have to go into detail, but what do you plan to do as a person in order to?
That's the thing. That's what I have to see God about. What is it that I keep doing where I keep getting put in these situations? Because I don't know. I guess I do know. But won't say. But I do know a little bit. But even other situations like finances, I keep getting in these situations where I feel like I'm in a season of being really good with my money, saving up. And then it's like I have to restart, save up again, or stuff like that. Like that's another situation I feel comfortable talking about, but that's another thing of me having to learn over and over and over again.
So you don't have to feel comfortable talking about that specific situation, but I'm just talking about you accordingly in that situation. So do you feel as though the reason for that situation is because you want to indulge in it, but you know you shouldn't be?
No, because the thing is,
like I said, you don't gotta get into what
that's what I'm trying to figure out how I can talk about it without. But it's like I feel like it's more so a thing of me standing on my boundaries.
Gotcha.
I feel like that's what it is.
Gotcha.
Because I feel like I do well outside of the situation. I carry it well, but when I get put back in it,
like when it's face to face.
exactly. Like when I'm face to face with the situation, I don't stand on my boundaries as I should. So that's something God is teaching me. Stand on business both face to face and outside of face to face.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something I'm learning. Being comfortable with disengaging, and speaking up about, you know, not so much speaking up, but more so like being comfortable with. I'm trying to figure out how to talk about.
Are you talking in the mic?
Am I good? Am I good, Zell?
Okay.
Amen.
My bad. I just wanted to make sure.
That's really what it is. Just standing on business.
Okay.
Yeah, standing on my boundaries. We had a whole boundaries episode, y'all. So y'all go check it out. But that's
that episode was really, really good.
Yeah. What
You
about
might
you?
need to listen back.
No, for real.
All of us.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like boundaries is always going to be a thing because it's different types of boundaries
Yeah.
you're always going to have to stand on.
And there's always certain situations that's new to address. So it's
Exactly.
It's not always the same circumstances. each
Exactly.
time.
And learning how to communicate with different types of people because everybody doesn't hear the same way. So that's
good.
What about
sure.
y'all?
You want to start or me?
You could go.
Okay. So yeah, definitely boundaries for sure. I could be a little bit transparent okay, I'll go into like people. So boundaries just as far as like how you allow a person to treat you. Like the whole little blowout, and I can speak on it because I'm not saying no names, but the whole little blowout with a client,
Yeah.
and like me still being okay with accepting, like providing them a service without addressing how I felt about what happened.
Yeah.
So basically, in totality to explain what happened, there was basically a client, and I've been setting some boundaries just on like, I'm not going to give you access to me 24/7. So now people, when you don't set boundaries in the beginning stages of a relationship, now it becomes different, and there's tension sometimes with people who don't understand that you are constantly evolving. So who I was before is not who I am today. So if I make a standard in my life today, that doesn't mean that we're standing on the same principles that we did in the past. And so now I have to, one thing I learned is you have to keep letting people know this is the new standard, not what we did before.
Exactly.
So I understand that now, and that comes with communication. But yeah, as far as addressing what occurred or addressing things head on, like, oh, I didn't like this, it just leaves room for it to happen again. So that goes into the topic, like, of allowing things to keep reoccurring. And then I also been very addressing things head on. Certain things I choose to shy away from, but other stuff, as far as simple communication, if I see a person, as Shakoya talked about with passive aggression, if I see a person being kind of like standoffish, or I feel as though they have an issue, I'll ask them up front, what is the issue? Like, explain it to me. And some people, they aren't willing to explain it, and that's not my problem, but at least I said something up front. And then as far as myself, because this also, everything that happens in your life, as Yanni said, you're the common denominator in every situation. And so, yeah, with me personally, when we went to the King conference, it opened up my eyes, because me and you, Jada, we had a conversation about like just being able to express where do you see yourself at the end of the year, or being able to express your vision. I have vision, but I don't constantly keep it at the forefront of my mind. And if it's not at the forefront of my mind, then I'm not worried about it.
Real.
So I just realized that I have to, in order for me to change my circumstances, the reason why I didn't get an apartment at the time that I did was because I wasn't being a good steward over my money. Y'all, this is honestly the first month where on my own, where like my finances weren't like the best right now. Like, I have money saved up, but at the same time, the money that I actually can spend was my money was the lowest this month. And I just realized like, oh, you got to really be a way better steward, and not just spending stuff just because, oh, I got it, or I'll make it back. No, you need to be able to maintain your money and take care of it, nurture it, try to grow it, and not just always spend it. Because me as an entrepreneur, evolving into a millionaire, I can't have the same habits that I have right now. Who I am right now is not going to be able to manage being a millionaire. And I need to evolve into a better person, a better man. And I need to keep my mindset healthy. And I'll constantly need to keep my vision at the forefront of my mind. And I'm thankful that Jada helped me with that. Like just being able to ask myself questions, be in tune with who you are and stuff like that.
Yep.
So those are like the two things, like working and communicating with people and making it clear, and then also just working on myself and knowing my vision. Like if you don't know, one thing that Marcus Rozier said, like if you don't know what you're doing in the next 90 days, then you're blind because you don't have a vision for what's ahead of you. You're just moving of literally the few steps that's in front of you.
Yeah.
That's
So,
real.
That part.
That's something I have to learn too, is like keeping the vision in the forefront of my mind. Like I put my vision board taped up on my closet, like on the outside of my closet. But it's like you still gotta go over there and look at it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
For sure. I would say, well, for me, my thing has been finances too. As far as just going through the same mistakes like over and over and over again. And I feel like where I am now, I believe it was Solomon in the Bible.
I thought you was talking
Me
about-
too. I
Shout out to
have to say in the
Solomon.
Bible. I don't know if it was God. I feel like it was God that asked him like what he wanted, or he could have anything he
Yeah, it's
wanted.
God.
He asked for
Wisdom.
and that has actually finally clicked in my head right now, to where I realize I do know how to make money.
Yeah.
That is not the problem. It's more so knowing what I'm doing with the money. That's the problem. And I used to always think making more money was the answer to everything. Like, oh, well, I'll make more money and that'll fix everything. But the true answer to my problems is wisdom. And so I have just been in this place where I just been like seeking wisdom and knowledge, because that truly is worth more than money. I had came to this revelation of a person who has money with no wisdom will lose the money. But a person who has wisdom, when they receive money, they will continue to have more money. And it was so funny because I came to that revelation, and then like I want to say maybe like a day or two later, I read it in Richest Man in Babylon.
I love that book.
Yes, and I was just like, yeah, like that's where I'm at right now. Is I really just been like, God, I am seeking wisdom right now. Even just feeling like, shoot, if I need to hire a finance coach or something, like I'll do that, just because I don't want to be the downfall to my own brand. And so I really am at a point to where it's just like, yeah, I'm done making mistakes, and I have been dealing with a lot of like disappointment and like regret around that. And I was watching this video, and it was just talking about like, look at all the money that you've lost from mistakes as the tuition you paid to the School of Hard Knocks. Like, you paid that tuition to life. Like, like just like how you pay tuition to school to learn a skill or to learn something for your degree, you paid that money to learn that lesson, and now you'll never have to deal with that again. And because I really do know that what I'm building, Jael, is going to be a $1 billion brand. You are going to have to be a person who knows about money to own a brand that's that big. And so I really just like, yeah, like I am done. Like I know how I am when I really feel like I'm never going to do something again. And that's how I feel now. And so I've just been in this place of like constantly seeking wisdom. Like I want to do better. So constantly seeking wisdom, whether that's books. I did talk to like a finance coach. Yesterday I even did a call with my mom, and she helped me like lay out all my expenses. I realized I spend like $350 a month on subscriptions. All the apps, all the stuff, like, and
like a lot of them you don't use.
I use dang near everything.
Oh.
Except for Dropbox, so I canceled that. $11.
Yeah.
That's something that.
But a lot of them are like, most of it, except for maybe 2 things were business related. Like the only things that weren't business related was I had something. I pay a subscription to this company that like checks my credit to make sure it's no hackers or nothing, because I had thought some of my information had got out at one point. So I wanted to make sure no one was like trying to do fraud or nothing on my credit. So that's not business related. And then Apple Music. And my mom was like, oh, you want to cancel Apple Music? But I'm like, it's only $10. But she's like, that's still money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you did cancel yours.
yeah.
Zell.
Yeah, but yeah, just on like subscriptions alone, I spend like $350 or $330, and she was like saying like you need to see if you can combine like all of this stuff, like basically finding like one app or a few apps that do multiple things instead of you're paying for like a whole bunch of subscriptions just to looking for one thing when probably you could pay for a few things that do everything.
Right.
And so like stuff like that. But even me sitting on the phone with my mom and actually looking at my finances, she was like, since your money's about to start going back up, like she said, when you have $6,000, don't be thinking, oh, I'm rich. Cause that's how I am. Like, cause when I get paid, it's typically like, within the thousands. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I got money and I'll be ready to spend. And she said, Jada, when you get this $6,000, you need to think I'm broke. But she was like when she really laid everything out, it's like, oh, I really don't need to be just like, oh yeah, I can spend on this. And so, yeah, right now I'm just really focused on like getting clear. And something else I noticed that I've done is because I've made so many mistakes, even I'll say in like relationship areas, but I don't want to like get into that. I've just decided to not like avoid, like even with money, I've been like with money coming in, I'd be like, God, I don't even know what to do with it. I don't even want to touch it because I feel like I don't have enough wisdom yet. And so with relationships too, it's like I don't even know what to do, so I'm just gonna avoid it completely. Because I feel like it's almost like a nervousness if I don't want to make the same mistakes, so I'm gonna just stay away. But I know eventually you still have to take some type of action, but I just feel like I want to make sure I have more wisdom before I act. So that's like where I've been at.
That's low-key what I was thinking about today. Just as far as like relationships and as far as what you said about like finances, who do I want to be basically? And so if I don't start to be more intentional about exactly who do I want to be, then life is just going to take me wherever
That part,
I need to go. Wherever life wants me to go, and if I'm not being intentional about where I want my life to go, then I'm just going to move with the flow and get washed up, you know?
Yeah, that reminds me of one quote, Jim Rohn. He said, in 6 months, you're going to arrive, but the question is where. And I love that quote because that's so true. It's like at the end of this year, you're going to arrive, but did you make the decisions you were supposed to make to arrive at where you want to? If not, you're just going to arrive where, like you said, life is going to take you. And also something I'm realizing as we're all talking about different lessons we've learned is that like you could tell what blessing God is trying to give you based off what area you're getting tested in.
That part.
So
that
for
is
me,
how I've been feeling, man.
the situation I'm not trying to talk about, it's like, okay, I'm facing this over and over again, but it's like you have to pass the test before you arrive there, because if you don't pass the test, then this same situation is only going to be in that new thing God wants to take you in. For me, like we were all talking about finances, you can tell God is trying to bless you financially if you keep dealing with financial problems, because if He can't trust you with the small, we all know this, you can't be trusted with the more.
That part.
So yeah, you could tell where, like the Israelites, this is a perfect example. I know I already say that, but this specific thing, based off what I'm saying, they were getting tested in an environment of being in the wilderness. And what was God trying to bless them with? A new environment.
Yes.
You know?
That's so good.
So
And low-key, as you always say, we be kind of going through like some of the same stuff
We
at
do.
the same time. And that's how I know there's more for us, but we got to pass the lessons first and then more stuff will be added on. But for right now, we got to pass them junks and be more
for
intentional.
sure.
yeah, and it takes being aware. Like being aware is the first step, but don't let it stay at the awareness. Like, okay, you know, you're dealing with this, but if it's like years going by, now I guess it depends on the situation, but just being aware isn't good. Like you have to take the action steps, you know?
I'm so glad you said that. So something that I've been proud of, even within the past week or so, I have been, I could tell my mindset has changed. And I could tell that it's going past the point of awareness. So typically, say I don't have like all the money I need for something, but then somebody wants me to do something for them. I'll do it because I feel like, well, I got to show up for this person or this thing or whatever. Like I'm doing this to make other people happy. So this past week, my uncle's funeral was on Thursday. And then I actually was supposed to be getting an award from my old school district. They did an award ceremony for outstanding alumni, and I was nominated. And I was just like, man, I have so much on my plate right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I had the money to go, but I was like, I have literally so much to pay for right now. Why would I go on a trip? And it's like, okay, to get an award, yes, that's great. And I was super appreciative. But I was like thinking, I still got to come back home and pay this stuff off.
Yeah.
And they're not about to give me, like, they're not about to pay my bills. Like, my family wanted me home. And I did kind of get, like, not in my feelings, but, like, whenever I see all my family together, like, on FaceTime and stuff, I was like, dang, because that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, man, like, I wish I was there. And I was just like, but then I had to remind myself, like, I really have to get to a point to where I'm not just risking it all just for the sake of other people. Like, even I went to my friend's birthday in New Jersey earlier this year, and I am actually so grateful that I went, because me going there brought me closer to God. But even then, I was going out of my way, like, financially, because I'm just the type of person, since I know I'm gonna make some more money, I be thinking I could go on this trip, like, I'm gonna make some more money. But it's just like, you really put yourself still, and like you, well, not in a bad situation, but still you had other things you could have paid for. You went on that trip. Then literally my friend texted me, hey, my birthday is next week. Can you come to Dallas for my birthday?
That's crazy.
And I was like,
that remind me of that post that you made.
I was just gonna
where it was
say
like,
it was like, yes, that.
Yanni had made a post recently where it was like, you be having financial trouble and then you get invited to a birthday party in your 20s.
Yes, bro. Yes, literally. And so it's just like, I was really thinking, okay, I'm starting to do the math in my head. Like, okay, can I figure out how to go to Texas next week? Because I think her birthday is like the first weekend of May or something, or second weekend, whatever. And I'm like, can I figure out Because I was like, I really want to show up for my friends' birthdays this year. And then I was just like, girl, no. And I was just like, I'm sorry, friend. I was like, I cannot. But that's something I typically would just do because I feel like, oh, well, to make other people happy or whatever. And I was just like, okay, I just can't do that. I have to really be like stern with myself and take care of my priorities, you know? And that's how I knew, like, okay, yeah, your mindset is changing now, you know?
Yeah, you could tell your mindset is changing based off of the decisions you're making.
Exactly.
So, you know, old you would have went, but this new you was like, nah, I gotta lock in.
I'm not gonna lie, I realized that recently, like, certain things that I'll listen to now or I'll see scrolling, sometimes I would stop and watch, but now I'm like, nah, keep scrolling or turn that off.
That's
you
real.
know, you don't need to be listening to that right now. Like, you need to stay focused and locked in on where you're trying to go. Because that goes right back to, like, wherever you put your most focus in, or where if you're not intentional about life, like, life is just going to take you wherever. And so that goes to, you know, if your friend had a birthday party and let's say another friend had a birthday party, now you just going to these places and getting that little bit of dopamine, but you're not intentionally working on the thing that you need to work on. And a lot of times we put the stuff off that's most important off.
That's real.
It's like, why is we doing that? Like,
I don't know. I feel as though in my 20s, I really battle with what's the balance? How can I live my life, enjoy it?
About to say that.
But also, it just be like, how can I live my life and enjoy having a little bit of fun? Just a little bit. I don't want the whole thing. You know, like, I want my cake and I want to eat it too. Sometimes
eat a little piece,
just a little piece. Like, you know how you on a diet and you be like, I'm not gonna eat the whole cake, but I have a little piece.
Yeah.
It's like, how do I, in my 20s, how do I live a life where I get to have a little bit of fun but stay focused on the main goal and not get too far, like stray away too far from that goal, or stray away too far from not having fun, like keeping a balance of like, all right, I'm gonna have a little fun at this moment, but then it's time to get back to the thing. And then, you know, staying locked in with that until you get a few things done. And then like Goni, he a prime example. He been locked in. He ain't come to none of our events.
I was like, have he had any fun? Because that man been inside.
Like,
as far as we know, yeah.
And Goni is our friend, for those who don't know what we're talking about. But
shout out to ISOWare.
So it's just, what do y'all see? How do y'all keep that balance?
I feel like I don't know. Honestly, I'm still learning for sure. But I think something I've noticed that I do is I do stuff in intervals. So I noticed, okay, so like something I noticed at the end of every month, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna lock in and I'm not doing nothing. So sometimes I might put myself on a little challenge of this month, I'm not going nowhere. And then after that month is over, then next month I might be like, okay, I locked in last month. Like I did what I was supposed to do. Boom, I can hang out this month. Or then the next, it just depends. So that's something I notice what I do.
Hey y'all, what's up? I know you're enjoying the episode, but real quick, we wanted to take a second to talk to y'all.
Hey, pull out your phones right now and text the word GP Crew to the number down below. Let's get it.
Go do that right now. You're going to get updates about new drops, events, and so much more.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let me get back behind the camera. Let's get it.
I feel like, for me, I'm still figuring it out. I know right now I just told myself I'm not trying to do nothing extra, so no eating out, entertainment, or like just spending extra money now. I'm not doing that. After doing that call with my mom, I was like, okay, I'm not doing no extra stuff for the next few months. But I was like, I might do it up until July because my family was like, well, if you're not coming now, we're doing like a family day on July 6th. And I was like, dang, well, I want to go to that.
You should go.
Yeah, because my family has been like very like, it's been a lot of beef. So like the fact that that's like my family is coming back together, it's like, dang, well, I want to be there because I've been waiting for like everyone to like, you know, be back all united and stuff.
So they're not vegan?
What?
You said it's been a lot of beef.
They are eating vegan beef.
Trey, goodbye. Goodbye, bro.
Anyway.
But yeah, stuff like that. Like, I like when I have something coming up because it makes me want to lock in until that day.
Yeah.
Like,
I know for sure, bro, we did not stand on business this weekend, me and you.
Oh, yeah?
Wait, what happened?
We said we were
made
leaving.
an agreement that I would pick her up, and then we said we're going to hold each other accountable to leaving the arc at a certain time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then Jada's like, do you want to go play spades?
No.
Then we bought Waffle House and all of that. We didn't stand on business at all.
At all, bruh.
It just be in the moment. That's what I mean by like,
how
do you know how much fun to have and
That's
stuff
true.
like that.
That's true.
I think that I was watching this video yesterday and it was talking about I'm gonna send this to y'all actually. It was talking about like destiny destroyers and it talked about, you know, it's like certain signs that you can tell when there's actually like some type of, when you're starting to allow things to get in the way to from keeping you from getting to your destiny, your purpose and stuff like that. But it's one thing it said is you will start to like be faced or like you'll start to indulge in distractions. And it said once you're at that point, then that's how you know like you're not in a productive space. Like, so she was like, when you're at that point where if you could sit and watch a YouTube, TV, Netflix, whatever for hours, but as soon as you start reading like a book or reading your Bible and you tired 10, 15 minutes in or something like that, she was like you get tired or you struggle finding the energy or the motivation to do stuff that like betters you, then that's how you know like I guess like you're not really moving towards the right thing. That's but real. There's a difference between like, you know, being indulged in distractions and then like, oh, like you go do something with your friends here and there, but you're back to work. And so I feel like just being aware of like how are you spending your time all together.
That's really good. That was a YouTube video?
Sure. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send it to y'all. It was really good. I had to finish it, but I just watched it yesterday.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's really, really good.
Amen.
But-
Y'all, let us know what some things that in your current life that you're struggling with, or that you constantly keep going back to, but you need to learn that lesson. You're trying to just, bless you.
Thank you.
You're trying to just take your time and realize like, all right, this is the time now to lock in. And hopefully this give you some encouragement to keep going, to not lose hope, to not get weary. Because that was one thing with my finances, I didn't get weary this time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is the first experience, but I didn't get weary. I just immediately like just started like praying and stuff.
Amen.
that is how I feel right now too.
Yeah, like I'm not in worry right now.
Like literally, I with everything I have going on, y'all. I had last month. I had about like $8,000 of like expenses pop up on top of the beginning of March. Well, we're recording this in April, but they're gonna see this in May.
That's fine.
But beginning of March, I didn't have a car. My what happened? Something with my engine stopped working, and then I spent like $800 on Uber. So then on top of that, right after that, I got my car back. $8,000 of expenses, all this stuff, and I still pay regular bills. So it was just a lot. And last month, not gonna lie, I was crying every day. But even right now, I paid some of that down. I'm still paying stuff down. Before we just started recording, I just paid for something. I like feel so much peace. I just really trust, like, one, God got me.
Literally.
Like literally the mountain is still there of things that I'm taking care of, but I just believe it'll be fine. And if it does, whatever doesn't work out, I know that it still will be fine.
Bro.
Like I literally know that at the end of this year, like so much stuff has already been happening. Like from what God showed me, everything that's on my vision board, that's like stuff God told me, right? So much has already been happening. So how it says on there, 2,000 online sales, I know that's where the year's ending.
Yep.
So it's like, if I'm gonna end the year with 2,000 online sales, none of this stuff I'm dealing with even matter right now. Like,
It's preparing you for the goal you want.
Exactly,
For sure.
exactly. I was like, it doesn't matter what I lose right now. It doesn't, like, literally none of it matters because I know that I'm going to get there. The in between doesn't matter. The things that you go through between that time from the moment God gives you a vision or you have this goal, the time period between you realizing the goal or the purpose of the vision and then actually getting there, the in between does not matter at all. You just have to know that you're going to get there. Just like how I was just saying to Felicity, like when Peter walked on water, right? When Jesus called him off the boat to come to him to walk on water, the in between didn't matter. The storm, the water that was in between them, none of that mattered. All that Peter was supposed to focus on was to get into Jesus. He was supposed to keep his eyes on Jesus. But as soon as he put his focus on the storm and everything around him, that's when he sunk. So it's like none of this stuff literally matters. That's where I've been. Like I was like, I am just going to keep taking steps forward in faith, like towards where God is calling me to, because looking at everything that's like wrong, that's only going to make me sink, you know?
That's real.
And I realize each time I take a step forward, something happens.
Yeah.
Like, bruh,
Literally.
when I posted that post last night, it was like immediately something happened right after that. And I just said, God, I do not care no more. Like,
Sure.
I just, because it makes me feel like I just know I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. Okay, sorry. Last thing. Okay, so the girl, she said this in the video too. She said the devil tries to keep you on this chain, like a leash, right? And the devil is like a leash of fear. And so when you are trying to pursue something that God wants you to do, the devil has you on this leash. Like,
Yeah.
like if you get too close to it, you start to move out, you start to veer out, it's gonna yank on your chain, make you feel like, nope, come back. But if you still keep going forward, then that's when like warfare comes, that's when attacks come, and it's like all just doing it to keep you scared to like not keep going towards that thing. But it's just like, no, you literally have to keep moving towards that thing. So I just been like, God, I am good regardless of what I got on my plate right now. I was like, if it don't work out, I just know it really doesn't matter, because I know where I'm going to be at the end of this year.
And literally, just to end off of what I was saying, just to add to that a little bit, I understand what you're saying. Literally, I have been talking about it every time I do something in my brand, like a drop, something with the product, losing a client, and I like what you were saying, Trey, about how, you know, every time you're not scared. You know, you were saying you don't scared. Same for me. Like right now, I feel like I'm in such a space where it's like, I know God has a track record of making things work out. It may not have been when I wanted it to be, but it's going to happen. Definitely. And so it's just like, if it happened before, it's going to happen again. And then, but it's like for me, I may cry a little bit. In the beginning, I might get a little scared.
It's like, let's get this tear out real quick.
I might look at the water a little bit. You know how Peter was walking out? I might like look over.
Maybe a little piggy tail.
No, for
let it
real.
out.
I might be like, it's a shark down there. I might get a little worried, but I know at the end, I always get right with God. Not get right, but get my focus back on God. You know, it's like the enemy, when stuff happens, he's gonna try to get your attention on that water, but we have to do the part of staying focused. I'll say God has been helping me keep my focus on him, because it's easy for me. Like I always, you know, I have a track record of having anxiety, so you know I do worry a lot. Not anymore, but I used to like worry a lot. But now God has been helping me a lot, like just keeping my focus on him, and like he's been guiding me this whole way. Like when I tell y'all, everything, because it's not even just finances, it's other things I'm going through in life. I'm so thankful for God, because he'll give me a Bible verse. He'll pop something up on my feed. He'll have my friends pour into me. Like I'm so thankful. But yeah,
for sure, that's really, and I used to like shy away from talking about my faith, because it was like, oh, I don't know enough, or just feeling like I don't want to offend other people. But at this point, I really don't care. It's like, I am who I am. Like if what I do in my private time, why would I not speak about it in the present? Like, why would I not speak about it in the public eye? You feel me? What I'm saying? And so like, it just made me realize, like, we had to do this project at my church where basically we had to think of one word. And they said, think of one word, and then you have to study it and use Bible scriptures in order to have like details behind that word, like have explanations behind it. So what came with that is I started having like revelation and stuff about the word hope. And so with hope, it's something that's not yet visible, but it is bound to happen in the future. So it's later to come. And so I have hope that like God is going to make my dreams become reality. I have hope that, you know, I'm going to get through these challenges and be able to tell it in my testimony and inspire others. If I say that I want to inspire a tribe, inspire a nation of people, a whole generation of different faces and different, you know, races, then I'm going to do that. And I have to go through these challenges in order to be able to inspire people, you know what I'm saying? And then like even in John 29,
Bible
what was
verse?
it? I forget what he was saying.
Coming up high, ain't it?
No, okay, I gotta look at this. But yeah, I was reading it real quick, but it was saying like, blessed are those who bless me without seeing me. And so like, that's what like hope is, like something that's not visible, but it's future to become like present in the future. And so like, the one scripture that has stuck with me recently was Proverbs 3 verse 5 and 6, where it was like, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will with all you do, and he will show you which path to take. So when I read that, I'm like, oh, like I'm going through this financial problem, and my mom, please don't come texting my phone. I'm good.
Not for real.
Like, you know, I'm good. Like I was able to still pay my bills this month, no trouble. But it's just the fact when I start seeing those numbers and I'm like, oh, like maybe in the next 2 months, if you don't tighten up, you need to You know what I'm saying? You need to get on track. And so when I thought of Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6, I was like, I don't got to worry because God got me. My mom was literally a single parent. And I thought I wasn't going to get past that. My father wasn't in my life. I thought I wasn't going to get past that. I was a troubled child. When I got to high school, I was fine. So if I went through all of these things and was able to get through those hurdles, why can't I get through this hurdle now? Why would I stress about that? Come on.
Why would I stress about that?
Like, for real. Like, I'm not going to stress about the current circumstances. It says walk by faith, not by sight. So I'm not going to walk by the sight of what things look like, but I'm going to walk by the faith. Like, you don't have to know exactly what God's plan is for you, but he's going to guide you through. He's going to take you through those experiences, and you just have to commit to your end, and he's going to commit to his end. He's going to make an oath. He made an oath with Abraham to multiply. Yeah, like multiply his descendants and like bless over everything that he has. And that's what he did. And Abraham wasn't sitting here questioning like, oh God, when you going to do it? The place that you worry the most is where you trust God the least. And so I'm like, bro, like I'm good right now. Like everything that I have it. I have a car. I have somewhere to lay my head at. Like, you don't need everything all at once at one time, because that's not going to grow you into the person that you are supposed to be. And I know I'm supposed to be a millionaire. I know I'm supposed to be a multimillionaire. I know I'm supposed to be a billionaire. And so I know them big B's is going to be by my name, and I don't have to question it. But Tyler Perry, he didn't just go from broke to millions. Oprah, she didn't just go from broke to millions. So like, why would I just get the easy hand of the stick? Like, you got to go through some challenges to really get through what you're going to get through.
Exactly. So one quote I seen on Pinterest, it said, it says your struggle qualifies you for your calling. So everything we go through is qualifying us for what we're asking for. A lot of times we ask God, we want this big business. We want to have all this money. We want to save the world. Oh, but you're not willing to go through this. You're not willing to struggle to pay your bills for 3 months. You're not willing to not eat some days and a night. You're not willing to go through the struggles that's going to qualify you for what you're asking God for. So it's like, if you can't get past this, how are you going to reach that? These, just like how a baby has to crawl before it walks, these struggles is the crawling before we walk into what we want. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we just see the big, but we don't. Because a lot of people don't talk about the struggles. You know, I feel like that's why I'm thankful that we are not afraid to talk about what we go through. But your struggle qualifies you. Like, and even in the book, I was going to say a different part of what Abraham had to go through. He has been praying for his son for the longest time. Finally got his son, and God said, your son, sacrifice him to me. And what did Abraham do? He took him and sacrificed. He took him and was willing to. And his son said, you know, where's the sacrifice at? Abraham said, God's going to provide. Abraham went up there. As soon as he was about to do it, God sent a ram in the bush. And that's just like how it is for us. We don't have to worry about God's calling me to sacrifice this, or God's having me go through this. God is going to have a ram in the bush every time. And just for Abraham, it was last minute for him. What if God could have had the ram following up on the way to the mountain? God could have had the ram at the bottom before he got to the mountain. God wanted to make sure, how much do you trust me, Abraham? Are you willing to go all the way to the top right before you sacrifice your son that you've been praying for me about the longest? Right when he was about to do it, ram in the bush. So God gonna have a ram in the bush. It may be last minute, right on a dot, you know, right when we think it's late, but on God's time, it's going on God's time. God's timing is perfect. Literally. So when we think it's late, nah, it's on time for him.
That part, like, okay, last thing I'll say, that is so true. And I think that's why I have so much peace right now, because even last week or a couple weeks ago, I needed like $1,300, $1,350. And literally I have been like working to get the money. Stuff was getting delayed. Clients were pushing stuff back. And literally 40 minutes before 12 o'clock, before midnight, I got the money. So it's just like, some people could be like, dang, it's the day of, I don't have what I need. Oh, it's 6 hours left in the day. Even in the last 40 minutes of the day, God still made a way.
And you taught me something with the Friendsgiving, when we were just like questioning about if we should keep doing it. And you were the one who were like, for what? Like, why would we cancel the event just because what it look right now? And we didn't know how that event was going to turn out, and we haven't done another one since. We didn't know how
Nah, it
that
was a
event
great
was going to
event,
turn
though.
out, but it ended up being a really great event. And that's
Yep.
literally how most of our events have occurred. Like, we don't know what the turnout is going to be, and then the turnout end up being something that we didn't expect at all. Like,
For
so it's
sure.
like every time that you just need that little bit of faith. That's all God needs, is just a little bit, like a little crumb. That same cake that you want to eat and
For
eat it too.
sure.
That's all He need from you in order to get you through. Like, and yeah, I'm just at peace. Like you said, like, I'm really not stressed about nothing. And at the end of the day, I'm a hustler. I'm gonna figure it out anyway. Like, I'm gonna pray, and I'm gonna also do the work about it. I'm not gonna just have faith and not do the work. Like, faith without work is dead. So I'm gonna just pray, and I'm gonna do the work that I need to do in order to hold up my end of the bargain, because I know God gonna hold up His.
For sure. And,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, last thing. And then I'm going to do the
She
question.
like, last thing.
Also, I feel like everything that we lose, even if it is, and just to tie it back into the episode, like the beginning, us talking about mistakes, everything that we do lose that could be because of our mistakes, I really do believe that God will like bring it all back tenfold. Whether you lost stuff because of the enemy, whether you lost stuff because just God allowed it, I really believe that everything that we lose, it will be brought back and multiplied. So I feel like that's also something like to keep in mind. If you feel like you're going through a season of like, oh, well, why is all of this stuff happening? Or like, why do I keep making the same mistakes? Or, oh, I'm losing these things because of the mistakes I made. I just know that once you get through that season, God is going to return it, and He's going to multiply it by 10, by 100. So
I have a Bible verse for that.
yes.
Let me say it real
I'm
quick.
crying.
Isaiah 61:7 says, instead of your shame, there shall be a double portion. Instead of dishonor, they shall rejoice in their lot. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess a double portion, and they shall have everlasting joy. So right in that area where you feel ashamed about, where you feel like you're lacking, there's double portion.
Ah, yes.
For sure.
Amen.
That was a great
Now,
subject.
Our little question.
let's
or
get
into
whatever.
into
make
make
it
it
make
make sense,
sense.
where we give it
Young advice.
to
We give it
young advice.
We give advice to
young adults growing through life.
See, I let them handle that because I done forgot it.
So
Yes.
we have a question. It's a love question.
You ever just look? Okay, that's off topic. I was just gonna say, you ever just look and be like, "Yo, I'm a real person."
What?
Like, you just look at your hands and be like, "Yo, like, I'm really here."
Sometimes.
Like, I'm
You're
thinking,
a soul inside of a body.
yeah, I'm just thinking of like hearing me talking right now and then being able to like watch myself back. in the
Yeah, like you're
podcast. It's,
actually
like,
out here in these streets.
crazy. That's wild. Anyway, let's get into make it make sense. I just had to make that make sense.
Yeah, made a little bit of sense.
Our question is: are soulmates a real thing?
Soulmates.
What is a soulmate?
It is who your soul ties to. I don't know.
See, you ain't even look
Like
it
when
up.
I think, yeah, I'm trying to figure. Let me see, what is soulmate?
I guess people look at soulmates as, I guess, the person that when you believe that there's just this one person you're supposed to be with, or like this is the person for me, my forever
yeah.
and ever and ever. I've thought I had a soulmate before.
Like the person you're destined to.
Yeah, like I thought that, oh my gosh, this is my husband. This is who I'm supposed to be with for the
It
rest
says,
of life.
Soulmate usually refers to a romantic or platonic partner with the implication of an exclusive lifelong bond. It commonly holds the connotation of being the strongest bond with another person that one can achieve. So it could be romantic or platonic,
Yeah,
but most people think about it in romantic terms. 'Cause
I've
that's what I
thought about it
as
in
well.
friendship terms too.
Me too.
My mom, she used to call my first roommate. She said, "That's your friend's soulmate." She used to always say
Are y'all
that.
still friends?
Yeah, yeah. That's not my bestie, cause he got a bestie, but we're close. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like
That's
that's
my
what our
brother.
friendship is.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like this friendship is like intentional.
I agree.
Yeah,
Like
this
family.
like one of my favorite.
It feels like a
friendships.
family. Like I feel like y'all are
Yeah.
my little siblings.
Definitely.
Like, wait, did you just call me a little
Yes.
sibling?
you are a little sibling.
I'm not no sibling.
You're the youngest, so you're a
No,
little
I'm
sibling.
not. Anyway.
Ramel's the youngest now.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
See, he's the little sibling. I'm crying. Jada could put her elbow on him now. Moving forward.
No, but I do think I definitely think it's possible. I think it's possible for both. I think soulmate, platonic, and
Romantically.
yeah, romantic relationships are real.
Yeah.
That's
If that's how, if it's being looked at as how it's described, then yeah, like the person you share like the closest bond with, or like this is my person, or even like this is my friend,
Yeah.
for real, like.
What does
like
that
this.
feeling feel like to y'all?
I'll say if for a friend, it feels like being on the same frequency. So you're going through the same thing I'm going through. You're thinking the same way I'm thinking. I'm talking and you able to finish all my sentences.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? I'm going through something and you call me checking up because you feel like you know, God just told you to check up on me. Or we're able to have like a our own little like what do you call it? Like jokes. Like you know how we have our thing where like we exaggerate stuff.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I can't really do that with everybody because people would take
They'll
that
be like,
seriously.
yeah.
You know?
You know what? I was thinking about that when I did. Tyreek put something in the group message, and I was like, "No way!" Or
Oh, I get what you're saying. I know what you're talking about.
Wait, what'd you say?
Tyreek put he was,
Yeah. I know what you're talking
his
about.
thing in the group message, and I was like, "No way, JK." And then
Yeah.
I was like, I hope like,
They
or even
understand.
like, even lately, like in our friend group, like our bigger group, like I've been like roasting people more, and I be thinking like, I
Do
know
they
I
take
can do
it
that with y'all.
serious?
Yeah, I be
Yeah.
thinking like, I hope they know like this is just a joke.
Yeah.
Even when you call like Shakoya 50, I was thinking like,
I was hoping she'd take that
yeah.
person.
yeah, I was thinking, I know like you be doing stuff like that with me, but then I was thinking too, I hope she don't take that
Yeah.
Yeah.
no type of
Like
way.
hopefully she not thinking about that in the background.
Because like
real.
we be like that with each other,
Yeah,
and so yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I sincerely be joking.
Yeah, for
Like you know how some jokes are like underlying truth. Like
yeah.
the jokes we know you tall, but like that's not a joke. That's real.
And we know you short.
Crying. But yeah, like okay, so I would explain the feeling for me. It's just that platonically, I would say a soulmate as a platonic person would bring you peace. Like, you know, yeah, it's not really, although we be having our little moments, like when you be deflecting and when Jada be making jokes and stuff, or when she be late, like, you know, stuff like that. Like, that's just how it is. But at the end of the day, I feel like y'all like bring peace, or
Yeah.
you're able to like, I was able to tell you when we went to the Ark, I had social anxiety a little bit. Jada was like, I mean, you're gonna be fine.
You mean Yanni? Oh, Jada and Yanni?
Yeah, Jada said it
Oh,
too.
amen.
Because I had told her first. I
In
was
the
like,
car.
Okay.
yeah, like it was like, I don't know. It was like, I was driving there, I was just getting very anxious,
Yeah, 'cause
and
it's like-
I couldn't calm down the feeling. But Jada was just like, it's cool, and then you know she
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
was just talking and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel as though a platonic friend brings you peace, and then as far as your lover romantically, I feel as though it's like this strong urge, like you want to get, like you know how girls be like, I wanna- no, I wasn't going nowhere crazy.
I like a strong urge.
You wanna get?
I wasn't gonna say nothing crazy. I was gonna say, you know how girls be like, I want to get in your skin, like you know what
yeah,
I'm saying,
yeah.
Oh,
or like
yeah.
a guy, like I don't know, you just have like a feeling like you really love this girl,
Like your safe place, kind of.
yeah, like she just bring you
No.
peace.
Yeah.
I don't know, cause I felt like that before,
Right.
and so
Like every yeah, I get it.
You was gonna say every
person is not
Look at her
your-
trying to pull you out.
No. I'm saying for me, because
Okay.
I've thought that too. Like I thought this person is my person. This person.
That's you delusional each time.
No, it only happened once, but I definitely thought this person is meant for me.
yeah,
And it
so
wasn't.
that's why I was like, I don't know how it feels with the romantically, but
I can say I definitely had the feeling romantically too, and it's just like,
Yeah.
bro, this person, like we gonna get married. You see like a whole vision.
Yeah.
yeah, but then it's like that's just your feelings. Like
Exactly.
I
And
don't know
feelings
if
change.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like a knowing, or I don't know if it's, I don't know.
Maybe it'll be a little bit different when you are like rooted in faith.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like now after I learned that lesson, it's not based off of what I feel, but more so of God telling me this is my person.
Nah, for sure.
But somebody done told you that before.
Not God, but I'm saying God.
Yeah.
What I felt it before, I said that. I came to that on my own conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I'll say though, for a friend, I think that.
Wow.
I think that for a friend,
That's-
you're gonna feel like a lot of love. Like I can say, what's funny?
Nothing. Just wait. Go ahead.
Okay, but I feel like I could say like I don't know. You feel genuine love for them. Like I feel genuine love for y'all. So yeah, that's I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, because
It's different.
I was gonna say like with like our friendship and stuff, it's not like a feeling for me. Cause like I said, like feelings change. It's more so like a knowing, like, oh,
Nah,
this is
for real.
like a intentional, purposeful friendship.
Yeah,
I agree.
like I know that like even for our friendship, like y'all make me want to be better, but not even just like, oh, be a better person, but it's like I want to continue to keep becoming a better friend for y'all. You know, like
Me too.
yeah, like I want to be able to like serve y'all, do things for y'all, like
That's real.
Yeah, y'all showed up to my pop-up shop Saturday.
know.
I didn't think y'all were gonna come.
why?
Nah, I had to come because I haven't been in a minute, and I was like, I gotta show up.
Yeah, but I don't
That's
know.
real.
It's just like for me, I feel like it's a genuine love.
For sure.
So yeah, but Yanni,
Yes.
Shit off.
end it off for us.
This is the end of the episode.
Yes. Make sure y'all. Well, first of all, thank y'all for watching.
For sure. Appreciate you.
Make sure y'all comment all the stuff Trey told y'all to comment throughout the whole episode. Make sure
Heard.
y'all like. Yeah, comment. Make sure y'all are subscribed to our YouTube if you're watching visually and audibly.
For sure. Run up the audio.
Yes.
Even if y'all are watching on a TV or a phone, try to, put the audio on like
Right.
a laptop or something.
Exactly, because we know y'all like the podcast, but we want other people to hear us too. Not so much of growing the podcast, because people need to hear that there's other young adults going through the same thing they're going through.
That part.
Yeah,
Even
for
like the
sure.
questions we answer at the end, the things we talk about, like it's other people that need to hear the sauce. So don't be selfish.
For sure. Don't hold this podcast to yourself.
yourself.
If you got
Share
posted
a
on your
little
story and
piece.
say, hey, I mess with growing pains. Actually, do it right now. Pull
No,
out your
for real.
phones and
Let's post.
record. Hey, I
Screenshot
really
if
rock
you
with
watching
growing
on your
pains.
phone.
Go ahead, say something so they can put you on the camera and you could be on the story.
Yeah, subscribe. No, wait, let me finish. Okay, subscribe on Apple
Podcast.
Podcast, Growing Pains
Yes.
Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Growing Pains Pod, both of them. We changed the TikTok so it matches the Instagram now. Okay, so I don't get confused no more. But yeah, y'all follow me, Yanni Bradshaw, my brand wise label.
For sure. And you can follow me at Tre'Vion, and you can follow my creative agency, Royalty Made It. Make it a habit to get you a graphic. Let's get it.
Her.
And y'all can follow me at Jael Official for all your couture fashion needs, I guess. And follow my personal Instagram. I'll be there sometimes at I am Jada Ellis.
Yes,
So she gonna start a YouTube channel soon. Let's get it. Woo! Oh wait. And make sure you go subscribe to Zell's YouTube channel. He just started one, so y'all be asking me
He done
questions.
changed the brand. He said, I'm Ronzel T. Jr.
sure.
He
Nah,
said
for
no
real.
more
I'm gonna make it
Got you. Yeah, definitely tune into Zell's YouTube channel, his Instagram. He's doing some really great things. Y'all be asking me what mics we using and stuff. I don't know. Follow Zell.
No, for real. Like somebody had asked me, how do we go live and on the cameras? I'm like, I don't know.
Ask Zell. What's the what do you want us to say? Ronzel T Jr.? Yeah, so Ronzel T Jr. You can, you'll find it through Growing Pains. You'll find it through us. We always supporting each other, so you'll see it. Definitely tap in, and yeah, we appreciate.
We love
y'all
you
for tuning in.
guys. Boy.
Much love.
Bye, y'all.
All right, we out.